Can the plugins only be used with biometrics?
The identiMetrics plugins are very versatile. You can use them with biometrics, but you can also use them with barcode scanners. In fact, you could start with barcode scanners and transition to biometrics later.
How easy is it to set up?
Yeah, that is a fantastic question. There's two setup components. One is the identimetrics finger scanning setup component, and the other is the PowerSchool. Both super simple, easy, and straightforward. From the identimetrics standpoint, we take you through a simple 5-step process that brings you from orientation all the way through a final system check. Easy peasy to get set up, and we are there to manage the process all along the way. From the PowerSchool setup, as you saw in the demonstration that I showed you, again, 2 simple pages where the setup parameters are defined, and then you're ready to go and start scanning.
Thank you for that. What about privacy issues?
As you've seen from the presentation so far, you know that the biometric fingerprint is never stored in our software, and you can't recreate the fingerprint from that. Also, identimetrics has signed the student privacy pledge to be sure that all of the students' information is safely protected. And of course, the biodata resides on the school's network, on the school's servers, and is protected by the same HIPAA and FERPA laws that all of the other student data is. So we're confident that finger scanning and the data is much safer than a student ID card, which, if lost, has the student's picture, name, and school.
Does the plugin install directly into PowerSchool or is it an add-on?
Yeah, the identimetrics PowerSchool plugins are installed directly into PowerSchool in the same way all the other plugins are installed through the PowerSchool plugin management page.
Is the attendance code recorded directly into PowerSchool after a student scans?
It absolutely is. All of the data goes in real time and is recorded.
Once the plugin is configured with a default attendance code, is there an option to change it on the fly?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. So absolutely, you can configure your default attendance code for every scanning session through the configuration parameters, as I showed during the demonstration. However, should you need to change that attendance code directly from the page, you can go ahead and do that as well with a simple drop-down menu.
Is there an option to automatically print a pass? And what information is listed on the pass?
Yes, there is an option to do that. And one of the nice things about this plugin in the attendance office is that the attendance folks no longer have to write passes out by hand. The student simply scans in, the attendance code goes directly into the student's attendance record, and the software will automatically print a pass out. And the pass will have the student's name, the time, but more importantly, it can have any one of up to 50 attendance codes or consequences for the exact number of absences they've had. You can see that on our website if you haven't already looked at it.
How else do you use the Tardy plugin?
We've had our customers tell us that they use the Tardy plugin in order to scan students as they're going on a field trip. So rather than put a notice out to all of the teachers that the students are going on a field trip, they can simply go into the office, reconfigure the attendance code to field trip, have all of the students scan in. That code goes directly into their attendance record so that any teachers looking for that student later in the day will see that they're on a field trip. It's really a terrific way to get that record taken care of for students and notify the rest of the school.
Can the identimetric system be used in other places in the school?
Okay, this is one of my favorite questions. And the answer is a big yes, absolutely. identimetrics is a biometric identification platform, and you can use this everywhere in your school. So the software application will talk to any of the leading software applications that you're running in every single area of your school, the library, the nurse's office, on your bus, in the cafeteria. And the beauty of the platform is that you will have a central biometric database, and your students and staff could scan in any area of the school. Certainly manages your identification process and simplifies your day.
Wow, sounds like a fantastic solution. Is it affordable? How much does something like this cost?
We price this in a way that schools can afford it. So each school can start with a starter package of $2,500, which gets you basic biometric software and one scan station. And you can add additional scan stations for $600 each. And that way you can put them in your cafeteria, your library, your attendance office. That's the biometric piece. And then the plugin itself for the tardy management plugin is $500. All of that done for $3,000 in your attendance office. You've taken care of all the headaches that you have with late attendance and early dismissal.
Yeah, that does sound pretty affordable. Is this a good solution for COVID-19? Are there any concerns?
Well, initially there were concerns about touching things, but as we know, the CDC has said that COVID-19 is not transmitted by touching things. In fact, your biometric scanners can be the safest solution in the school for your staff and students as you manage the ID. But let's hear what Rob Woods has to say about it.
In a COVID world that we're living in now, this product actually is an enormous solution. When you come into schools now, because this is what we're living in terms of planning, you're going to walk into plexiglass at that front counter, if you guys didn't know this yet, probably across the country. And you're going to probably, by and large, see kids wearing masks, except at lower levels. So when that kid comes in late, can you imagine having a plexiglass wall up? Secretary's wearing her mask, the kid is wearing his mask. What's your name, honey? Because you can't really recognize the kid, right? You can only see right here. The whole thing is so clean and fit for a pandemic world. I hadn't even put my mind actually to that final thought of, oh my gosh, they're not even writing passes. They're just taking this fresh thermal print out and going. Honest to God, it's fantastic.